Welcome back, YouTube. I am Matt. This is another Feather and Inkwell ink review. We are wrapping up the entire rest of the Diamine Inkvent calendar and reviewing all the inks and all the wonderful feelings and emotions and words you can write with on a page and how they could possibly look, and having a nice ink sample so you could figure out how you want to ink up for the holidays right down to Christmas. So the next 5, we're going to have 4 in a row on one page, and then the final reveal will still be on the same video, but a nice separate page just for Christmas. I wanted to make sure that the 25th had its own page so you could fully appreciate all the colors that could possibly come out and have the longest time to dry. So join me at the table as we review the last 5 all the way down to Christmas. Of course, an advent calendar is December 1st through the 25th. Folks, I hope you have a Merry Christmas, a joyful Christmas Eve, and Happy New Year coming up. Tell me about what you wrote about in your journal if you can. What made you excited during the holiday season? What was your favorite part of the holidays? Join me at the table for a quick ink review. Welcome back, YouTube. Welcome to my table. We are showing the rest of the ink samples all the way through Christmas, December 25th, and we're going to start off right here with December 21st, Cosmic Glow. It's an extreme sheen ink, and I was running out of sponges and things, so I was kind of saving up, but this, as I said, this is an extreme sheen. This is another blue, kind of a medium blue, sheens right into a nice red right there. You can really see it there in the camera. Light's hitting it perfectly. So there's kind of the average ink, and there in the wetter spots it really changes over. That's that spot right there under December. It actually stuck to the previous page. You could see it over here on that side of the camera, and so it kind of pulled off a little bit of the ink sample from that, but you can see it in the rest of it, even on my nice wet writing, that it really came out good. It shows up good in the light. So that's December 21st, Cosmic Glow. That's a really nice color. Really stands out easily in the light. You can really see what it's doing. I enjoy looking at it. Here's the bottle. Now, these sheening colors, they really don't have anything that you can really note in the bottle. It's not a glimmer effect. It's kind of just in the makeup of the actual ink, so the chemicals they use. These are all 12 milliliter bottles, pretty much, kind of sample size, a little bit bigger. You can get a couple good fills out of it. If you have something that's like a broad or a double broad, it'll probably really spruce up a page really good. This is one of my favorite ones, Cosmic Glow. This is kind of their theme. This is a black set, a black box set, quote unquote, for the Christmas theme. And so this is kind of a night look. So this is their themed look for the whole thing. Now, moving right on along, we have a heavy shimmer, and this is, unlike the chameleons, it has exactly one thing it really does. It looks already like what it is, and it just has a lot of glitter in it. And this is Nutmeg here on December 22nd. And you could see pretty easily right there in the camera, a lot of glitter in it. However, the color, I feel like it comes out a little bit flat, not unlike the actual seasoning or spice, if you will. So Nutmeg, it's kind of a light gold look to it. It has heavy glitter in it, and it really stands out nicely once you get it wet on the page. But if you're writing with something like an extra fine or fine, it's going to come out probably a little bit washed out looking, more like this area right here from the brush where it was a little bit dry. You won't really get a nice effect. You want to write with something like a broad or double broad or even a stub. If you have a brush or something like that, maybe even a dipping pen, be a good time to break those out like I did and give it a nice try. This is a sponge effect over here, so you could really see the whole spectrum of it. It kind of goes from a light gold, medium gold, kind of a dark brown with a lot of glitter in there. So that's always nice to see the full effect. December 23rd is Pine Needle, and it's about like its namesake. It has a nice, bright, full of life, pine needle look to it. It has a lot of dark green. And in it, this is a chameleon ink, so this has the full effect within it. You could really see how much glitter, and the ink shades from a lighter green to a darker green in the really pulled up areas. You can see the glitter has multiple colors within it. Even over here where, maybe it was laid down with, that's just my dipping pen over here on this side under December. Over here is the sponge side, and then the brush in the middle. This is kind of a smudge from my finger. I always give a little smudge sample if something values it like this. So you could really see all the colors that it comes out. Moving right on along, we have Christmas Eve, December 24th, salted caramel. This is a little bit better, I would say. Maybe a little bit more full-bodied than the nutmeg, but of a similar type of look. It's a little bit darker brown, a little bit more like the candy, a little bit darker, a little bit more even. But it too, it's a little bit harder to see. Let me see if it'll pick it up right there in the camera. Yep. It has a lot of glitter, but not as much. Going back, this is the pine needle bottle. You can see all that glitter right there at the bottom. Lots of it. This was nutmeg. So that is a whole side right now of lots of golden glitter. So that was earlier. And the salted caramel, as you could see, almost the same. So if you really like the one, you'll really like the other. So two almost identical colors, but only slight differences. I do feel like the salted caramel wrote a little bit darker, and it has a similar amount of glitter in it, and it does glitter up nicely when the light hits it good. And that is a shimmer ink, by the way. This last one, the salted caramel, is called shimmer. So it kind of shimmers in the light. And same thing with the nutmeg, it kind of shimmers in the light. Pine needle, that was a chameleon. So it has the most color. Now, folks, I have written with Christmas. I have a nice size ink sample for you. It was taking a long time to dry. And I just want to say that before I flip the page here for you, wherever you are, whatever time you're seeing this tonight, Merry Christmas. I hope you're having a joyous Christmas season. I hope things are going just right for you and you're hearing all the right news and you're with family and friends and everything is going well. That is the way Christmas season should be. If it is it isn't, leave me a comment. Let me know how it's doing. I'll be happy to read over and comment anyone that does. I can reach back out and give you some comforting words if you need that as well. We all have difficult times in our lives, and I'm here for anyone that needs it. I've been through plenty of them myself. So I'm going to reveal it for everyone, and I will probably not be recording till after Christmas. I'll be enjoying my own family time and my job that I got going and just being me. So it will be the new year, and I may have one more recording around Christmas, or it may just be a picture from my phone. I have a little extra something coming in the mail, and I'll probably fill it with my Christmas ink. And this was just kind of like a last second thing, and I'll probably use it, well past Christmas and into the new year because it is a little bit pricier, but that's all I'll say on it. Merry Christmas, everyone. December 25th, Good Tidings. So this is supposed to be, I'm going to bring up the bottle for everyone right here. Good Tidings. Here's the bottle, the biggest one. And this is an extreme sheen. So it is supposed to be a different color in the wettest of areas. And the basic color that you see is kind of a blue with a little bit of green in it. So imagine looking at a tree outside and just visible light, maybe like the light of stars outside, and you're looking in from your house out into a dark forested area, and you got a whole forest around you. That's kind of what this reminds me of. There's your sheen right there. But that's really just from the light shining on still a somewhat wet area. I'm really disappointed. Looking at this, there's no extra color. It's a complex color, I agree. I'm not seeing it. And I'm looking at it in multiple different areas, multiple different lines. Different amounts of, was it this, was it that? I think this was supposed to be kind of a dark blue, almost a black, that has a brighter green. I can just see it trying to happen. Just. But I mean, somewhere in there, somewhere in the penumbra of it, I don't know if that's exactly how you say that word, when the shadow of the sun and the moon coalesce together, it forms a penumbra. Penubra. It's also I believe that's a legal word too. They use it in conjunction with several meanings, but somewhere in there, and the conjunction of all these colors, is Christmas. I would say this would be very early Christmas morning or very late Christmas night. While everyone's sitting around, you've opened your presents, or before all of them have been opened, this is what you're looking at outside. Merry Christmas, folks. Let me know what you are inked up with and how your holiday's been for you. Whatever day, whatever time you're watching this, let me know. Here it is. Merry Christmas.